It's time for baseball in Conway, South Carolina, under the watchful eyes of the Chanticleer statue. The rain has come, the rain has gone. Fans have been waiting an extra 4.5 hours to see their Coastal Carolina baseball team take the field, and it is finally time for baseball on this Friday night in Conway, South Carolina. Welcome again to the NCAA Baseball Regionals presented by Capital One. It's our second game of the day at Springs Brooks Stadium tonight. The 4 seed, the Fairfield Stags, winners of the MAC Championship, and the number 13 overall seed in this NCAA tournament, the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers, winners of the Sun Belt. We got started earlier today, and it was a party for East Carolina, 11-6, a winner over Florida. They advance to the 1-0 game tomorrow. The Gators will be in an elimination game against the loser of this matchup tonight. And we welcome you again to the ballpark a little bit later than we expected, but glad to be with you nonetheless. Alongside Todd Walker, a college baseball Hall of Famer, I'm Richard Cross. Thanks for joining us. All right, 4.5 hour delay. How does that affect these teams?
Well, we're about to find out. They both had to do it, so we'll see. Coastal's very difficult to be here at home. 24-3. They got 48 wins. That's the most, tied for the most in Division I. And they've won 18 in a row. Fairfield, on the other hand, as you mentioned, the dramatic finish of the MAC tournament final. They've won 3 in a row. So it's 10:30 at night. Let's get it on.
This Coastal Carolina baseball team led by their pitching staff, but offensively, it's their catcher who hits leadoff. He can run, he can throw, and he can really swing it.
Yeah, the switch hitter started every game for Coastal over the last 3 years. The Sun Belt tournament MVP was 6 for 11. He's hit .330 on the year. One of the toughest guys to strike out in the country. Only strikes out about 17%.
Fairfield got here by winning the MAC championship in their conference tournament. They are led by Dean Ferrara, top of the lineup, set the school record for hits a year ago, did it again this season.
Yeah, most hits in Division I over those 2 years. Dean Ferrara is the senior from New Jersey. Broke the MAC and school record last year with 96 hits. He's got 98 this year. 381 on the year, on base 44% of the time. Riding a 7-game heater, 7 hits and a home run in that span.
Fairfield excited to be here. They pitch it well, they swing it well. It's time for baseball at the beach from Conway, South Carolina. Fans have been waiting. We'll get it started when we come back. Big crowd here at Springs Brooks Stadium in Conway, South Carolina, ready for the nightcap. Coastal Carolina and Fairfield. We start with the lineup for the Fairfield Stags out of the MAC, the MAAC. Dean Ferrara at the top. We talked about him in the open. Back-to-back guys at 2 and 3 with Nomura and Bucciero, both with 14 home runs as a team, hitting .295. For a scouting report on tonight's starting pitcher for Coastal Carolina, Cameron Fluke, we go to his teammates.
My name's Darren Horn.
I'm Jacob Morrison.
And tonight we're going to have the scouting report for our starting pitcher, Cam Fluke.
All right, to start off, he's known for that big fastball. You know, hitters like to hit it, though. They hit it pretty hard.
And then he's got that curveball he can't throw in the strike zone at all. Pops out of the hand, 75. I mean, I can hit that.
Not having any luck with the women lately either,
So yeah,
you know how it is.
Yeah, that's kind of the scouting report tonight. And make sure you go follow CC War Room on TikTok and Instagram.
With friends like that, who needs enemies?
That's right. Big boy Cameron Fluke does have a lot of friends. 6'6", 210 right-handed sophomore. 10 starts last year. This will be his 15th start of the year. 5.5 strikeout to walk ratio. Leads the team with 93 strikeouts in those 79 innings. 97 on the fastball. Got the 12-6 curveball and a little slider action. 2 different types of benders. Uses them equally, left-handers and right-handers. Although he's better against the right-handed hitters. 190 against. Curveball gets a whiff rate of pretty amazing, 57%.
Kevin Schnall not bashful to tell us that they think Fluke can add a little bit of weight to that frame, and he's got a chance down the line to potentially be a big league pitcher. This game was supposed to begin at 6 o'clock Eastern time. It is 10:36, and we are ready for first pitch here at Springs Brooks Stadium. This game was sold completely out. Stadium not full to capacity right now, understandably so, but a big crowd nonetheless as we get ready for baseball. Hold on, I forgot his pitch communication. Okay, Bodine had to go get that. And now we are ready to go. Cameron Fluke on the mound, Bodine behind the plate. And DeFerrara stepping in to start things off for the Fairfield Stags. Goes after the first pitch and fouls it back, a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Ferrara, the senior from Wyckoff, New Jersey, hitting .381 on the year. And again, goes after an elevated fastball and fouls it away. So quickly, no balls and 2 strikes from Fluke. Fairfield in the NCAA tournament for the first time since 2021. Played in the Austin Regional that year. On the ground is second, fielded there by Barthol. Over to first to Thorndike in time, and there's one away.
Fluke not messing around. 3 straight fastballs, pretty much right down the middle. Let's get after it. 96, 97 miles an hour. Gets the Division I leader in hits out to start this game.
So Nomura comes to the plate now. Luke Nomura, junior from Maplewood, New Jersey. .331 average on the season. 14 home runs, 52 runs batted in. Fairfield hitters aggressive early. Nomura going after the first pitch. He made the all-tournament team in the MAC. Nomura holds up there. The count evens at a ball and a strike. First one out of the strike zone for Fluke, and it didn't miss by much. Fairfield into this game with a 39-17 record. They have tied the school record for wins in a season. This one skied, left side, foul territory. It's the third baseman Mitchell. Makes the catch, and there are 2 down. Alexander, Sykes, and Pato in the outfield. Mitchell, Dooley, Barthol, and Thorndike third to first on the infield with Bodine catching. And again, Cameron Fluke on the mound, going after hitters early in this ball game. A ground out and a pop out in foul territory. And now Matthew Bucciero comes to the plate for Fairfield. Bucciero late on the 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Swung through it.
Man, it's got some late life to it, and I love what's going on right here. Don't show them anything else if you don't have to. You get one time through the lineup with predominantly fastballs, you're set up for the second time through.
Comes right back with 97 on the outer black in the count. Goes to 0-2. It's more of a big league philosophy, right? Try and get through the order the first time with just one pitch.
Yeah.
The 0-2. Swing and a miss. 96. What a start on the hill for Fluke. 1, 2, 3 go the Stags.
Fire it up.
The all-new Dragon Flame Grilled Whopper is here at BK. Bold, juicy, flame grilled, and ready for adventure. Experience a new kind of flame at Burger King. How to Train Your Dragon, coming to theaters June 13th.
Would you rather spend your summer like this?
Hey, Jim, how's your back?
Oh, you know.
I hear ya.
Or like this?
What's happening? Welcome. Allow me to adjust your gravity. I'm fine. Gravity on.
On June 20th, kick off your summer with
Elio.
You're more puny than I expected.
I could say the same about you. These are the lava tunnels. And I am not fireproof. Just get in my mouth. Actually kind of comfy in here.
Disney and Pixar's Elio. Rated PG, June 20th.
One, two, three, top of the first, and now Coastal Carolina coming to the plate in a scoreless game. We'll start with a look at the Chanticleer's batting order. Look especially at that 4-hole, the cleanup spot with Blake Barthol leads the team in home runs and runs batted in, 12 driven in, 288 batting average as a team. And this Coastal Carolina order will be facing Ben Alexson, 9-1 on the year. For more on Alexson, well, let's go to his teammates.
Hello, everybody. I'm Blake Helmstetter with the Fairfield Stags. I'm Jimmy Mulvaney with Fairfield. Today we'll be covering Ben Alexson, a.k.a. Bezos, our starting pitcher. Now, Coastal might be a good team, so we decided to go with our worst guy. He's got really nothing to beat you with. He's low slot, submarine, about 90, 94, 95, touches a 6 here and there. Hitters, you see anything spinning, take it immediately. Literally nothing to beat you with. He's an okay guy, but nobody really wants to see Bo big. I'll keep it more real with Ben. Nothing special about him. Got a good changeup, that's about it. People say it changes lives. Personally, I hit it pretty well. I see it well. I think main thing about Ben, it's all about his preparation. Tuesdays, he's always locked in. Those are his special training days. He's got the afro.
I do not go out there.
I don't know that anything that Ben Alexson's teammates said about him was true, other than the fact that he has the afro.
Well, he's been pretty good. The Vermont Gatorade Player of the Year a couple years ago is making his 16th start, 6'2", right-handed sophomore. He's equally good against the lefties and the righties. By the numbers, he's been their best guy over the last couple of years. Slider's real, 38% swing and miss on that pitch.
Comes with a 91-mile-an-hour fastball. A little late life on it for strike one to Caden Bodine. Catcher batting at the top of the order for the Chanticleers. Bodine lifts this one to left field down toward the corner, and it's going to slice out of play. He's behind in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Haddon Heights, New Jersey, the hometown for Caden Bodine. This is a future big league catcher. An elite arm, defensive skills outstanding, and he runs well. Takes that one inside, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. One of the things we'll talk about throughout the course of the game tonight, this Coastal Carolina team gets hit by pitches. They lead the country 150 hit by pitches this season as a team, including 15 times that Bodine has been hit by pitch.
They have 4 guys with double-digit hit by pitches. I mean, I don't think I had double digits in my entire career. Pretty impressive.
Bodine hits this one into the air, out to right field. Looser going back to the track, and he'll make the catch. A step shy of the wall. That's a loud out for Bodine to start this ball game, but an out nonetheless for Alexson.
Heavy air here tonight. That ball was hit earlier in the first game. The ball's gone. Put a charge into that one all the way to the wall. Lucier gets back and makes the play, but loud out to start this game for Coastal.
Storino, Schmalzley, and Lucier in the outfield. Ferrara, Nomura, Colby, and Bucciero. And a late scratch in the lineup originally. And Sean Meth at first base. He's not able to go tonight, so Bucciero moved in originally from right field to first base. They moved Lucier from left to right and put Storino out in left field. Sebastian Alexander, senior from Mayfield, Ohio, has had an outstanding year. 47 runs batted in. He's 1 home run away from double digits on the season. 9 long balls this year. '18 straight wins for Coastal Carolina. Second longest winning streak in the country, though after tonight it may be the longest. Northeastern has won 27 straight games coming into tournament play. They were trailing at last check to Mississippi State in Tallahassee. One ball, 2 strikes. I got some information. You ready?
Yeah.
I'm told that you played in 1,288 big league games and you were hit 16 times.
Yeah, it's a focus that they do at Kentucky a few weeks ago. They do the same thing, you know, just your initial reaction when it's thrown at you, get out of the way, but don't need to there. That's a swing and a miss for the second out. That's a big out getting Alexander. got 25 bags. He's on base 43% of the time, and I think he's kind of the key to this whole lineup. And we talked about the slider from Ben Alexson, and there it is right there, just moving away from the barrel. Tight spin, looks like a fastball. Gets Alexander for the second out.
Perspective, by the way, there are 4 players in the lineup tonight for Coastal Carolina who have been hit more times this season than you were hit in your entire Major League career.
Well, there it is again.
There's another
161 on the year.
Right on cue. Walker Mitchell leads the country. He has been hit 30 times this year.
You know, and we talked to Kevin Schnall about that, and it's not leaning over, it's not getting your elbow over the plate, it's not moving into the pitch. It's just the fact that, you know, when you get something thrown at you, your initial reaction is get out of the way. And they just know coming in that if it's thrown, they're just not moving. And they stay in the box, and they get hit 161 times this year. That's incredible, this being the 60th game of the year for Coastal.
And if you're going to get hit, that's the way to do it. That one just kind of grazed the arm.
That's right. Well, I played kind of pre-armor days, too. So, I mean, you know, I was a left-hand hitter, right-hand thrower. I got popped in the right elbow. I'm out.
Evo Shield was still being developed in somebody's garage at that point.
That's right.
And,
yeah.
So runner on first with 2 down in the inning, and Blake Barthol at the plate. 5'9", 185-pound junior from Allentown, Pennsylvania, from the left side. Which nips the corner for strike 1. Count evens, had a ball and a strike. Barthol, 12 home runs, 49 runs driven in this season. 48 victories this year, tied for the most in the country. Coastal Carolina won the regular season title in the Sun Belt and then followed it up with a conference tournament title. Beat Southern Miss in the championship game.
You know, this hit by pitch phenomenon, too. Snow kind of downplayed it, but I mean, it's incredible what's happened. But we talked to, you know, Nick Mingione over at Kentucky. They practice that in the fall. They throw wiffle balls at them. And, you know, they learn to just stay in there.
Just off the outside corner, 2-1. Barthol ahead in the count. Opening day of regional play, and it's been a phenomenal day across the country. 2-2.
Couple scares. Vanderbilt was behind after winning the SEC tournament. They come back and win 4-3. Arkansas was behind. They come back and win.
It was a 6-2 win for the Razorbacks. Andy was down 3-0 in that game. There were no hit through 6 innings. This one just missed inside. You heard a collective ooh from the crowd here at Springsbrook Stadium. Alex is getting the pitch call through PitchCom from the dugout. Runner on first, 2 down in the inning. The count offering lifted out to left field. Storino going back, still going back. Reaches up and it's off his glove in the warning track. Walker Mitchell will come all the way around to score. Barthol standing at second base, and Coastal strikes first. It's a 1-0 game. Storino had to go a long way to get that ball, but he got there. Just couldn't haul it in.
Wasn't a bad pitch by Ben Alexson. Actually, a changeup on a predictable fastball count. Gets out to left field. Had some weird spin on it. Remember, Storino was a late ad into left field, and going back on it, backpedaling, just wasn't able to catch it. First run across for Carolina, a gift.
Coastal Carolina strikes first. That's an RBI double for Walker Mitchell. Excuse me, for Blake Barthol, his 50th run batted into the year. And now Dominic Tazi comes to the plate. He takes high for ball 1. 1-1.
They ruled that a double. Richard, what do you think about that?
It's late. One ball, 2 strikes. Generally, the official score in the college game a little more generous, especially if it's an extra difficult play.
Hey, I was a hitter. I love it.
One, 2. Swing and a miss. And so Alexson comes right back from the drop fly ball. A couple of strikeouts in the bottom of the first inning. Barthol hit it deep to left center off the glove of Storino, and it's a 1-0 game after 1.
Ooh, look at those pork chops. With Hidden Valley Ranch seasoning? Yes, please. Ranch seasoned, savory, and sizzling. Hidden Valley Ranch, only serious about flavor.
The new How to Train Your Dragon menu is now at BK. Get it before it disappears. Oh, toothless. Bold, tasty, and dangerously delicious. How to Train Your Dragon. Coming to theaters June 13th.
Have you ever looked up at the stars and wondered, is there life on other planets?
It's really happening.
On June 20th,
This is the most beautiful place I've ever seen.
This is the bathroom.
we are not
This is awesome!
alone.
Are you gonna eat me? What? Ew. What kind of alien are you?
Disney and Pixar's Elio, rated PG.
About 5:45 this afternoon, it started raining. And when I say rain, it was torrential at the ballpark. Grounds crew, boy, they did hours of work after the rain stopped about 8 o'clock to get this field ready for play. Got the tarp off the field. They had to squeegee the outfield. Those guys are going to sleep well tonight.
Yeah, pretty awesome. We've been sitting here since about 7 o'clock. This game started, about 10:30, and watched all that went on with the pulling of the tarp and the blowers out there and the brooms and everything that went down to get this field ready. Thank you to those guys.
Considering the amount of rain that we got, this field in really good shape. They've gone back and adjusted the scoring decision and have taken the hit off the board and have made that an error out in left field, so an unearned run. But a 1-0 lead for Coastal nonetheless as J.P. Kuzik leads things off. Fairfield with 1-2-3. Round out, pop out, strikeout in the top of the first inning. So Kuzik, cleanup hitter, leading off this second inning for the Stags. Third regional appearance all time for Fairfield. All 3 of them have come under the current head coach, Bill Currier. This ball lifted out to right field. It is the second baseman, Barthol, going back, and you can see as he was running, splashes. And to be sure of the footing tonight, Barthol makes a good play there.
Yeah, that's where it drains off the infield. You know, there's a little dip behind the dirt, and that's where all the water accumulates. And he's kicking it up right there. So it's gonna be a dead ballpark tonight with the thick air, and then of course on the ground when the ball hits, it works like a pitching wedge, just stops.
TJ Schmalsley now at the plate. Schmalsley, the Pennsylvania native. That Lake Wallenpaupack. We agree on that? A big swing and a miss at the 94-mile-an-hour fastball.
I'm not even going to try it. I mean, that's not quite that compact, balanced swing you're looking for. If Schmalzy did get a hold of that, it would have gone a long way.
Fouls this one away. Fluke has worked ahead so far tonight. Jacob Morrison at the top of this rotation, being held for tomorrow's game. Pitch just at the top of the zone or just above the top of the zone. Odine tried to pull it down and steal a strike. I think the official word from Coastal Carolina was that they wanted to keep Morrison on his normal rest. Unofficially, they really believe in Cameron Fluke, and they really like the idea of having their undefeated ace going in game 2. That's just me using context clues, though.
No, I got you. Yeah, and Jacob Morrison's been really good this year, sub-2 ERA, but you're right, Cameron Fluke right behind him and had a great year also. There's a bender.
Coming off the breaking ball to stay alive. True curveball. You don't see nearly as many of those. Slider is the breaking ball choice for the majority of pitchers in college baseball. But when you go not only curveball, but a curveball from a guy that's 6'6". Comes back with a fastball there, and he gets the swing and miss. Second strikeout by Fluke.
I mean, just to come get it fastball, 96, 97 miles an hour. He uses the fastball about 75% of the time, and why wouldn't you? I mean, it's got some high velocity behind it, right behind that curveball that you saw. But to your point, you know, we go through waves of what we believe in. Now it's a bunch of power, and strikeouts are okay. And a part of the pitching deal is they want everything moving away from the barrel. So they don't love the 12-6 curve anymore. They want all the sliders, you know, the right-handers, and then, of course, the changeup that turns over to left-handers. But I do like the 12-6. I mean, it's hard as a hitter to be able to square that pitch up, and especially when it's got big bend on it. It's tough to find a contact point.
Gets a swing and a miss on a good one there. Good downward movement. No balls and 2 strikes to Tyler Kipp, the DH, hitting at even 300 on the season. Top of the second inning, a 1-0 lead for Coastal Carolina. Kipp behind in the count, no balls and 2 strikes with the bases empty. This ball lifted out to left field. Alexander coming on. He'll reach up and make the catch, or I guess I should say reach down and make the catch. 6 up, 6 down so far for the Stags. It's 1-0 Coastal.
bouncing around from site to site right here on Squeeze Play Live. If there are home runs or big plays, you will not miss Let's Lose Our Minds.
Well, that's one way to get the party started.
That's a bad flip. Get used to that this weekend. This is your one-stop shop for everything Road to Omaha.
ESPN is the home for the NCAA College Baseball Regionals. For around-the-clock multi-game coverage, scan the QR code below. ESPN Plus subscribers can access expanded coverage with Squeeze Play. Chris Button hosting our coverage this afternoon and evening and into the night alongside Mike Rooney, the Iron Man, and Chris Burke. They've kept us company for a long time today.
Yeah, look, I love going to Omaha because we sit down for lunch and I get to talk to Chris Burke and Mike Rooney about baseball and the words they use and the terminology and just the knowledge of the game. I mean, it's so much fun for me, but you get all that right there.
I've said this before about Mike Rooney. There are a lot of people that genuinely love college baseball. I don't know that there's a person on planet Earth that loves it more than Rooney.
Not only does he love it, he's a former coach, but he also just knows everything about it, it seems. Like he could tell you the fifth bullpen guy, for any mid-major team you're looking for.
He could also tell you that the count's now 2-2 on Colby Thorndike. In the 6th hole of the lineup for Coastal Carolina. 308 average. Strikeout there for Alexson. That's his 3rd punch out. 4 outs recorded so far.
Alexson taking a book out of Flukey's game plan. Fastball elevated up in the zone, and when you got the threat of the changeup, it's tough to catch up sometimes as a hitter. You're looking for that change, and Alexson just blows the fastball right back.
That run in the 1st inning for Coastal Carolina is significant for this Chanticleer's baseball team. It's part of what they focus on. They are 35-1 this year when scoring first in a ball game. Logan Pato stands in, the sophomore from Haymarket, Virginia. Right fielder at the plate with 1 down. He lifts this out to left, a rocket, and Storino lost his footing, then it got by him. Pato hits the bag at 2nd. He's headed for 3rd. Here comes the throw. It's not in time. A head-first slide. Logan Pato takes advantage of the miscue out in left field. And Coastal Carolina in business here in the 2nd.
Hard to blame Storino on that one. Ball's hit right at him. He thinks he has it. When he slips, it's just nothing he can do. Feet come out from under him. Ball goes all the way to the wall. Lucky break for Coastal. There's a runner at 3rd now with only 1 out.
You asked me about the scoring earlier. That's got to be a triple.
That's definitely a triple. Again, for Storino out there, that's just, you feel sorry for him right there because, again, nothing he can do. Just slipped.
I'll start for him in left field, but you're right. The playing surface in the outfield a little bit treacherous. We've seen that with guys trying to move quickly. Ty Dooley now at the plate for Coastal Carolina, the shortstop. Also hitting over 300, a .313 average on the year for Dooley. South Carolina native. Dooley takes a strike. Count goes to 2-1. Five long balls on the year, 34 driven in for Ty Dooley. Off the plate there. The scoreboard was off that I was looking for. We had it right there on the screen. So it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes to Ty Dooley. Back.
Alex is a strike thrower. 75% of the pitches go for strikes. Only 24 walks on the season.
All right, our home plate umpire has given us the signal multiple times now. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count at the plate. Popped up, foul territory, third base side. Ferrara able to squeeze it for the second out of the inning.
Good sequence by Ben Alexson. Shows you the fastball at 2-2, and then comes back with the change. Gets the hitter out in front. Lazy fly ball to the left side for the second out.
Here's Wells Sykes, the 9-hole hitter. Coastal got the 1-out triple from Pato. He stands at third. Alexson trying to get out of this inning with a 0 on the board. First pitch strike to Wells Sykes. Coastal Carolina has won 10 in a row at home here at Springs Brooks Stadium. On the ground to third, and it's past Ferrara. That'll score a run, and it's 2-0. Chanticleers.
Ferrara, that is a top spin bullet that hits the lip and jumps up over his head. Once again, I don't know there's a whole lot that Ferrara could have done right there. 2 mistakes for defense for Fairfield, neither of which was their fault, and it pushes another run across for Coastal.
Single there for Wells Sykes, drives in a run, picks up his 32nd RBI of the year. And now Caden Bodine, top of the order to the plate. He just missed a home run in his first at bat. Fairfield's been a pretty solid defensive team this year. 976 fielding percentage, only 50 errors coming into tonight. They've only got 1 on the board, but not what you would call a clean start defensively.
But again, just got struck by a couple bad luck plays right there. Again, as a third baseman, you'd like to get in front of it, but I don't know that he can do that in that play.
Fastball strike there from Alexson at the knees, and the count, no balls and 2 strikes to Caden Bodine.
Good news for Fairfield has been Alexson is filling up the zone. He only had the hit by pitch in the last inning. Other than that, he's making them put in play the 3 strikeouts. It's been really good so far, but the pitch count's up there at 40.
This one runs inside, nearly hit Bodine. Stop me if you've heard that before about this Coastal Carolina team. You got some 1 seeds playing at home tonight that are in trouble. Ole Miss trailing by a run to Murray State in the 8th inning of the Oxford Regional. Southern Miss down 11-4 to Columbia in the 9th inning in the Hattiesburg Regional. This ball fair down the first baseline. Kicks off the wall. Hitting the bag at third. Wells Sykes going to try to score. He gets to the plate without a throw, and it's 3-0 on the RBI double for Caden Bodine.
On that leadoff spot's the guy who's circling the lineup that you don't want to beat you, but he does it right there. The double in the second inning, right down the line. Lucier kind of hesitates a little bit. That allows the 3rd run to score for Coastal.
Now Sebastian Alexander coming to the plate for Coastal Carolina. The left fielder 0 for 1. He struck out swinging in the first inning. He's got Bodine in scoring position out at second base. Hits it on the ground, left side. This one stopped by Ferrara at third. The throw across in time to get Alexander by a step. But a couple of more runs on the board. 2 runs on 3 hits. Man left. After 2, Coastal Carolina in front, 3-0.
The WNBA on ESPN. We can't get enough.
The Women's College World Series on the networks of ESPN.
Earlier today, it was East Carolina and Florida. East Carolina had a great performance on the mound from their starting pitcher, Ethan Norby. 10 strikeouts in the game for him. The offense was pretty good as well. Austin Irby had a big play defensively, and they got it done with the bat, too. 4-hit ball game for Irby, as East Carolina advanced to the 1-0 game with an 11-6 victory over the Florida Gators.
Man, Florida came in that game hot. 15 of the last 20 against SEC teams after they stumbled out of the gates. East Carolina also 4 wins in a row in their tournament and continued it today. I mean, they really swung the bats well. Scored 9 runs in the first 4 innings of that game.
Ball and a strike down to Matt Lucier. Batting in the 7-hole. Flukie has retired the first 6 that he has faced in this game. For Fairfield, Alexson has thrown 43 pitches through 2 innings. For Coastal, Flukie coming into this inning, 23 pitches through 2 innings.
And 20 for strikes. I mean, what an impressive start for Flukie.
You're standing in the circle in the middle of the infield. That's one that you want called a strike. James Albert, the home plate umpire tonight. He's joined by Alex Ortiz at first base, Eddie Newsom at second, and Billy Van Raaphorst at third. There's a 3/4 swing, strikeout. 3rd strikeout of the game for Cameron Flukie. Head coach Bill Courier, 398 wins, now in his 14th season at Fairfield. Had a long run at Vermont before they shut down the baseball program. Went served as a volunteer assistant for a year at Tennessee with another native Vermonter, Todd Raleigh, when he was the head coach there. He played for legendary Jack Leggett and was an assistant coach with him at Western Carolina for a little while.
6th-round pick of the Phillies back in the early 80s. Played outfield, little first base. Under him, Fairfield's won 4 regular season titles in the last 5 years. They came in second to Ryder this year, but beat Ryder twice in the tournament to get in.
Facing the high heat there, back-to-back strikeouts in the 3rd and 4 in the game for Cameron Flukie.
Yeah, Cameron Flukie's feeling it now. You know, when you're hitting against this fastball and you see it up, it's closer to your eyes, so it's hard to lay off. But at 96, 97, it's also hard to catch up to. And right there above the waist, Nick Storino just not able to catch the handle. 2nd strikeout in a row for Cameron Flukie.
Trying to have a clean first trip through the lineup. Nolan Colby in the 9-hole. Swings and misses at strike 1, late on the 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Colby, the freshman from Amherst, New Jersey. He was the hero for Fairfield in the MAC championship game. Had 2 hits in the tournament. Both of them were home runs, including the go-ahead home run in the top of the 10th inning. .95 on the inside corner.
It's a pretty dramatic deal for Nolan Colby in that tournament you just mentioned. He's a 9-hole. There were 2 outs in the top of the 10th, and he hits a home run to put them in. They wouldn't be in the field 64 without that hit.
So Flukie reached back out a little bit more there at 97. Send the curveball there, and it falls low. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Nolan Colby. Lays off the high fastball. Good at bat working here for Colby. Just 201 on the year. And a regular in the lineup in this freshman season for Fairfield. Played in all 57 games this season with 55 starts. Another full count coming. 8th pitch of the at bat. And another one fouled back by Colby. Good at battle going.
You gotta like the game plan from Cameron Flutie. I mean, just firing fastballs in there. You know, we talk in a day and age where everybody thinks they got to throw 3 or 4 pitches. Of course, he does throw 96. Not a lot of guys do that, but if you got it, use it. And he's doing a great job, especially with a 3-run lead. Get after it, those strikes.
Full count pitch, runs inside. What a good at bat by Nolan Colby. He draws the walk with 2 down in the inning. That's the first base runner tonight for Fairfield.
Yeah, Cameron Flukie's been on point with that fastball. Mixing in the curveball just to show him. But in that at bat, it almost felt like he tried to overthrow a little bit. Great at bat by the 9-hole, Nolan Colby, like you mentioned. Only a 200 hitter, walks the 9-hole, turns the lineup over to one of the best hitters in the MAC, or the best hitter in the MAC, Dean Ferrara.
Ferrara grounded out to second his first time up. Takes the curveball away for ball 1. Fairfield's last trip to the NCAA tournament regional play was 2021. They went to the Austin Regional. I remember that 2021 season, the incredible start for Fairfield, 28-0. Their entire schedule was against conference opponents. MAC did not allow season following COVID for its teams to play anybody outside the league. This ball lined, backhanded at second, deep in the hole, and Barthol throws over to Thorndike to end the inning. They finished that year 39-5, won a couple of games in the Austin Regional. Welcome back to the NCAA Baseball Regionals, presented by Capital One. Earlier today here in Conway, South Carolina, East Carolina got an elite 11-6 win over the Florida Gators. Gators will play in the early game tomorrow, an elimination game with a noon Eastern start against the loser of tonight's game. ECU awaits the winner of this game tomorrow night here at Springs Brooks Stadium. Bottom of the third inning, Coastal Carolina leading it 3-0, 3, 4, and 5. Mitchell, Barthel, and Tazi scheduled hitters to start things off. Mitchell hit by a pitch for the 30th time this season in his first at bat. Later scored in the first inning. Takes a strike and the count goes to 1-1. Ben Alexson came into this game 9-1 on the year, 3.24 ERA. He's a first-team All-MAC pitcher.
Yeah, you can see why. They manipulate that fastball in a couple different ways, the 2-seam and the 4. He's got the change-up, he's got the curves on him again. High strike thrower at 70-75%.
The 1-2. Fouls it away.
And ultimately what he's doing is he's throwing pitches that the hitter doesn't expect. So on a 1-2 count, you're looking changeup, you're looking curveball. He fires that fastball middle in. And now he changed your mind right here to go fastball, and that's when he drops the off speed on you.
Two and two. Now to Walker Mitchell. Mitchell battling at the plate.
3 fastballs in a row from Alexson. Again, that changeup's a real pitch. He's got the same arm action. Looks like the fastball. About 10 miles an hour slower, but he's electing to keep going fastballs here. Lead off this third.
High into the air, right side of the infield. Over the second baseman, a few steps under the outfield grass, makes the catch. And he gets the first out of the inning. All 3 innings. First hitter has been retired. Kevin Schnall in his first season as the head coach at Coastal Carolina, 48 wins. That is the most by a first-year head coach at the school. 33 for Larry Carr back in 1978. Kevin Schnall replaced legendary Gary Gilmore. He is the Sun Belt Conference Coach of the Year this season.
But he is a Coastal Carolinian through and through. I mean, he played here, hit 405 in 1999, was a 25th rounder from the Reds. Assistant under Gary Gilmore. Came 2001 to 2012, then came back in 2016, just in time for the national championship run.
Went to UCF. You see Gary Gilmore's number retired, that number 14. Well, that would mean a lot out there because of what happened in 16. Now, Gary Gilmore contributed a lot more than just a national championship, but it's one of those memories that will never go away for Chanticleer's fans.
It's one of the most amazing things I've seen in baseball. Like, in this day and age, for a mid-major to get that done is incredibly impressive. And the way they did it, I mean, they went 6-2 at the College World Series. They had beaten Florida, lost to TCU, then had to make that run through the losers bracket, beat Texas Tech, TCU twice, and of course played Arizona in the finals and lost game 1. Came back and won 2 one-run games to win the national championship. 8 games in 11 days, and they got it done.
Swing and a miss there. Barthol goes down on strikes. 2 down in the inning.
I still think just the threat of the changeup and the curve is working for Ben Alexson with that fastball. It's not overpowering, not what we're seeing on the other side at 97. It's about 90 miles an hour. But as a hitter, when you're looking off speed, it makes that fastball look like it has a little more velocity to it. Ben Alexson's taking advantage of that.
35 of his 55 pitches in for strikes so far. 4 punch-outs tonight. And he starts off with a strike to Domenico Tazi. That 2016 postseason started in Raleigh, North Carolina, so a 3 seed for Coastal Carolina. They beat St. Mary's, NC State, lost to NC State, then beat NC State again to advance to a super regional. Had to go to Baton Rouge. We know that's not an easy place to play. Alec Box Stadium.
Beat them 2 in a row.
Yeah, 11-8 and 4-3. That ball up the middle. There's a base hit with 2 outs for Tazi.
Coastal scored 1 in the first without even a hit. Got the hit by pitch in the air in left field. 3 hits last inning and then a hit in this inning with 2 outs. Dominic Tazi pokes 1 through the middle of the infield.
Alexson was able to get the first 2 outs in the first inning before hitting a batter and then having that error out in left. 2 outs here. This one hit high into the air to straightaway center field. Mosley goes back just shy of the warning track and makes the catch, and that's a 0 on the board. So Alexson does his job. 1 left on base for Coastal Carolina.
Juicy, flame grilled, and ready for adventure. Experience a new kind of flame at Burger King. How to Train Your Dragon, coming to theaters June 13th.
We see plenty of summer days in triple digits, and we knew that the Trex material was going to be a little cooler, but was shocked how much cooler it is.
Trex, the #1 performance-engineered decking and railing brand for your life outdoors.
Would you rather spend your summer like this?
Hey, Jim, how's your back?
Oh, you know.
I hear ya.
Or like this?
What's happening? Welcome. Allow me to adjust your gravity. I'm fine. Gravity on.
On June 20th, kick off your summer with
Elio.
You're more puny than I expected.
I could say the same about you. These are the lava tunnels. Chloe and I am not fireproof. Just get in my mouth. Actually, kind of comfy in here.
Disney and Pixar's Elio, rated PG, June 20th.
Let's go! The Rob Dwalish-Willie, the Sugar Show! Juliana Pena!
How are you going to beat me, Kayla?
Kayla Harrison!
I will be champion.
It was last Sunday when Nolan Colby stepped to the plate in the top of the 10th inning, batting with 2 outs in the 9 hole, and he drove 1 over the right field wall. That made it 7-6. They had to go out and hold. Little flare shot out to short. Nomura squeezed it, and Fairfield at that moment knew that they were headed back to the dance.
It's amazing to me how that works, Rich. You know, you play 3 or 4 months. Ryder wins the regular season. Of course, Fairfield beat him twice in the tournament to get the automatic bid, but you play 4 months for a season, in about 15 minutes it changes. And it changed for Fairfield by scoring 1 in the top of the 9th and then 1 in the top of the 10th to get in that automatic bid, kick Ryder out. Fairfield knows that feeling. They've been the #1 seed in that tournament the last 4 years. Now coming in as a 2 seed, end up winning the tournament this year and getting here.
That fastball's got some life on it from Flukie. 4 strikeouts in the game tonight. And his last 4 starts coming into this game, 9 strikeouts against James Madison. Gets a swing and a miss there. He had 9 against Appalachian State, a career high 11 strikeouts against Old Dominion. And then last week in the Sun Belt tournament, in his start against Marshall, punched out 10. .39 strikeouts in his last 4 starts, and he's got 5 of them tonight. Swing and a miss there. You can keep up with all of the action this weekend that's going on in regional play by visiting NCAA.com. Scores and a whole lot more. That's NCAA.com.
Well, you can see why Cameron Fluke is so effective. I I mean, as a hitter, when you know a fastball's coming and you still can't put a barrel to it, that's a plus. And then that big, sharp curveball. I mean, you've really got to anticipate where that's going to end up over the plate.
Next swing called strike there. Count evens at 1-1 to Matthew Bucciero. Struck out his first time up. Curveball bend in for strike 2.
Bucciero shows you how deceptive that curveball is. He tried to get out of the way. Ball lands right up over the plate.
51st pitch of the game for Flukie. And he pumps in a 97-mile-an-hour fastball for his 6th punch out of the game.
He's mostly fastballs the first time through the lineup. That's what makes that curveball more effective the second time. These hitters just haven't seen it. So he drops a curveball on it for strike 2, and then when you're looking for it, he burns a fastball middle in. 4 strikeouts in the last 6 hitters for Cameron Flukie.
Fairfield's had 1 base runner tonight. Nolan Colby walked with 2 outs in the 3rd inning. J.P. Kuzik popped out his first time up. Cameron Flukie has worked ahead. And he drops in a curveball for strike 2, and it's working ahead again. No balls and 2 strikes. At Southern Miss, a 1 seed go down, losing to Columbia out of the Ivy League tonight. Got another 1 seed at home on the ropes in the bottom of the 9th inning. Ole Miss trailing Murray State 9-6. Oregon down at home 6-3 in the top of the 8th inning to Utah Valley. Surprising results on this first day of the tournament. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kuzik it off, stays alive at the plate. Saw some of the reaction online as the scores, people were kind of posting the score from our first game today, with East Carolina jumping all over Florida and cruising to that 11-6 win.
Man, it was a hit parade. What did Florida use? 7, 8 pitchers in that game. And I think Peterson just didn't have it to start. And of course, Ethan Norby on the other side was just dynamic.
He fouls off another one. That one beat her at 96. Liam Peterson only lasting an inning and a 1/3 in that ball game earlier today.
It's the troubles that Florida had early in the SEC schedule. They were 1-11 to start the schedule in the SEC, and then they cleaned it up. You know, they weren't walking anybody, throwing strikes. They've got some really talented guys, but it showed up again today how they played early in the season.
1-2 pitch. Out to second base. Another pop-up. And once again, Fairfield goes 1-2-3. We'll visit with Kevin Schnall, the head coach of Coastal Carolina, when we come back.
The new How to Train Your Dragon menu is now at BK. Get it before it disappears. Oh, toothless. Bold, tasty, and dangerously delicious. How to Train Your Dragon. Coming to theaters June 13th.
Have you ever looked up at the stars and wondered, is there life on other planets?
It's really happening!
On June 20th.
This is the most beautiful place I've ever seen!
This is the bathroom.
We are not
This is awesome!
alone.
Are you gonna eat me? What? Ew. What kind of alien are you?
Disney and Pixar's Elio, rated PG.
3-0 our score. Coastal Carolina in front of Fairfield in the nightcap after a 4.5-hour weather delay. 4.5-hour weather delay. Kevin Schnall joined as head coach in his first season, the Sun Belt Conference Coach of the Year. Cameron Fluke, you told us about him, Coach, yesterday. What have you thought so far? He looks really comfortable on the mound.
Well, they're very aggressive. I think it was 7 of their first 9 guys were aggressive first pitch swinging, but he's got a really good fastball. So, right now they're struggling catching up with it. But he's a competitor, and he's around the zone. And you see him now, going to his breaking ball a little bit. And if he can start landing that, he'll be very difficult to hit.
Kevin, you're a Coastal lifer. What does it mean for you to take over this program, and especially I know you learned a lot from Gary Gilmore and what he did for this program?
Well, first, there's not a day I take for granted this opportunity. This is an opportunity of a lifetime, and I'm forever indebted to Coach Gilmore for all he did. I was fortunate enough to play for him and then be in the dugout with him for a long time. And, a big part of him is with us this year, and, he's missed, but his legacy will continue on.
Great start to this ball game for you, Coach. We appreciate your time.
All right, guys. Thanks so much.
Kevin Schnall, 48 wins. His ball club has won 18 in a row.
Coastal Carolina Hall of Famer. And first year as the head coach after all those years as an assistant. And you talk to Kevin, and he's with it, man. He knows everything about everything. He rattled off just about every stat that Fairfield had last night when we talked to him. And, he understands the importance of playing at home. That's why they chose to do the night game, but also scoring early. You mentioned the stat. Was it 35-1 when they score first? They got a 3-run lead.
2 balls and a strike here to Pato. Count evens at 2-2. Thought it was funny. He told us yesterday he was at UCF, and Gary Gilmore brought him back, so they made a commitment to him. Strike 3 called outside corner. Pato goes away looking. Alexson painting right there.
Yeah, I feel like Ben Alexson has kind of matched Cameron Fluke on the other side. Just a low fastball in the outside corner. And Pato just freezes up. A couple unlucky plays for Fairfield on defense has cost him a couple runs, but Ben Alexson's been good.
5 strikeouts now for Alexson in the ball game. Ty Dooley trying to lay down a bunt. If he kept it in fair ground, that would have been a great one, but pushes it foul. Gary Gilmore brought Kevin Schnall back to this Coastal program and said, look, you're going to be the next head coach here. I'm only going to do this for about 3 more years. When I'm done, we'll hand the reins to you. 3 more years turned out to be 8. Kevin Schnall, patient, though, through that process. Had opportunities where he could have gone and taken a job other places, but said he felt a pretty special connection to this place, and it was worth waiting. And also that Gary Gilmore had earned the right to walk out the door whenever he was ready.
Yeah, it's just fun to talk to these coaches, but on both sides. But Kevin Schnall, just the knowledge of the game and his respect for this program. Again, he's been around forever here. It's pretty impressive.
Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Ty Dooley batting in the 8-hole. Everybody gets their name embroidered on their gloves. Did you see the glove on the side there for Alexson? We got to get a shot of that when he comes set again. Great camera work there. It's the stag. It's a big deer head with the Stag logo. Look at that. How cool is that? This ball hit in the air to left. Storino going back to the track. That ball is gone. Ty Dooley goes deep. Solo home run. That's number 6 on the year for Dooley. Giving those Coastal fans under the 10 out in left field something to celebrate.
That ball was hit hard. A left-handed hitter out over the plate, the backspin left field. little bit of low, so you're able to get more launch angle on that baseball and just driven out to left field. Carries out of here. Coastal extends their lead to 4.
Those guys are fired up. Happy for the souvenir. Happy for another run on the board.
Yeah, there's no wind, thick air, and Ty Dooley out of the 8th spot. Puts a charge into that one.
9-hole hitter Wells Sykes. Coastal Carolina in front, 4-0. Just off the plate, 2-1. Sykes punts at that one. That's a strike, and the count goes to 2-2.
Yeah, well, now Ferraro will be back, but every pitch he threw, Ferraro would go back behind the bag, and so if they're going to give it to you, try to drag it down the third baseline. That's a free hit if you can get it done.
This one skied behind home plate. Kuzik gives it a look. It's just over the net. Murray State gets their first NCAA tournament win since 1979. They beat Ole Miss 9-6 in Game 2 of the Oxford Regional, the night game.
You followed Ole Miss all year long. Does that surprise you?
It's not shocking, but a little surprising. Two teams played in the regular season in a midweek game earlier this year. It took extra innings for Ole Miss to win that one.
And of course, Ole Miss made that run in the NCC tournament last week, played in the final. Vanderbilt struggled a little bit today before they pull out a 4-3 win. So seems like one week doesn't affect the next. Ole Miss seemed to have been playing pretty well, but you know, at this time of the year, 64 teams, you can't take anybody for granted. You just mentioned Fairfield, 2021. They made a big run in that Austin Regional.
This ball lifted out to right field, coming on, diving for it, and making the catch is Lucier. He robs Bonine of a base hit. Big-time defensive play.
How about Ty Dooley, left field. 4th run across for Coastal Carolina, 6th home run. They lead it 4-0.
Fire it up.
The all-new Dragon Flame Grilled Whopper is here at BK. Bold, juicy, flame grilled, and ready for adventure. Experience a new kind of flame at Burger King. How to Train Your Dragon, coming to theaters June 13th.
Have you ever looked up at the stars and wondered, is there life on other planets?
It's really happening.
On June 20th,
This is the most beautiful place I've ever seen.
This is the bathroom.
we are not
This is awesome!
alone.
Are you gonna eat me? What? Ew. What kind of alien are you?
Disney and Pixar's Elio, rated PG.
Well, we knew Coastal Carolina's identity was on the mound, but wow, how about Cameron Flukie in this game? 57 pitches, 6 strikeouts, only 1 walk, no hits, electric fastball, 96-97 above the waist, and the hammer, 12-6 curveball, using 2 pitches, and he has just blanked Fairfield so far in this game.
And he's got a 4-run lead to work with, lead that was extended thanks to the solo home run. Ty Dooley down in the 8-hole. Run in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the fourth as we go now to the 5th inning. Approaching Saturday, at least on the clock. Late Friday night, 11:48 here on the East Coast. And the first run of all of the regionals scored here today when ECU put a couple of runs on the board in the top of the first inning against Florida. There aren't going to be many games that finish after this one does, including on the West Coast. This ball hit out toward left center. Long run for Alexander. He's not going to get there. Ball hops into the warning track, and that is a leadoff double for TJ Schmalzley. Schmalzley was 0 for 1 before that. The center fielder notches the first hit of the game for Fairfield.
Yeah, they're finally on that fastball, middle in. Schmalzley gets the barrel out in front, rips it into left center gap. And finally some life for the Stags here in the 5th inning.
Seven strikeouts tonight for Flukie. That's the first hit that he has allowed in this ball game. And now Tyler Kipp, the DH, at the plate. Kipp takes strike one, dropping that curveball in. I think I gave Flukie a bonus strikeout there somewhere along the way. Only 6 officially for him tonight.
Well, he's mixing it well. You saw early on using all fastballs. Now 2 curveballs in a row to Tyler Kipp, trying to keep him from hitting it to the right side. I don't know if really the job down by 4 is just move the runner over. You're looking for a base hit now.
Staying alive there at the plate. For a game to be played in a regional, it's got to start before 11 o'clock local time. Kind of look at the games that were remaining. Not many of them left. Rhode Island and Dallas Baptist and Baton Rouge are slated for a 10:59 Central first pitch at Alex Box Stadium.
They've had to pull that a couple times in Baton Rouge. LSU's had to start right about that time.
Check swing, and Kipp able to hold up there.
Yeah,
Count goes to 2-2.
Great job by Bodine blocking that ball. You really got to trust your catcher to try to go for the swing and miss on this one, and Bodine gets it down and keeps it in front, prevents the runner from getting over third.
Two. On the ground foul, wide of the third base bag. They're in the 8th inning in Chapel Hill. Oklahoma leading at 7-3 over Nebraska. Utah Valley still with the lead over Oregon, 6-4 in the bottom of the 8th. Just about to go final in Los Angeles with Arizona State getting a win over UC Irvine. And Mississippi State about to close out Northeastern in Tallahassee. This ball out into center field, dying fast. That's a base hit. That's going to score a run. Schmalzley comes around, steps on home plate. An RBI single for Tyler Kipp, his 41st of the year, and Fairfield is on the board.
4th-year senior from Fairfield, all at Fairfield. 23 starts last year for Tyler Kipp. 2 base hits in a row off Cameron Flukie. Second time through the order. They've seen that fastball now, able to time it up. And 2 pretty hard hit balls here in the 5th.
That snapped a streak of 14 1/3 scoreless for Cameron Flukie, going back to the game against Old Dominion. Final start of the regular season.
Yeah, Tyler Kipp gets a middle in fastball. One thing about Flukie is he's putting it above the waist. He's not keeping it low enough to get any ground balls. Anything up in the zone, it's going to be either a line drive, a pop-up, or a home run. So far in this inning, we've seen a double, and now a single on the 5 and 6 in this Fairfield lineup.
Well, that elevated fastball early, he was getting a lot of swing and miss on.
Well, they just haven't seen it yet, so the timing's off. But I've always said, like, the more a hitter faces a pitcher, more it becomes a hitter's advantage because you see the tempo, the timing, the release point, kind of get an idea of the sequence that he's going to throw. And second time through the order, it's a little more difficult for a lot of these pitchers.
Bunt popped up. Bodine sliding on a knee. He gets style points making that catch. First out of the inning.
Yeah, Lucier only making his 5th start, asked to bunt, and he leaves that barrel square. I mean, if you're going to bunt, put it at a little bit of an angle. So if you do happen to foul it off, it doesn't go straight up in the air. But you leave it flat like that, it's either going to be right down on the ground back to the pitcher or up in the air. A nice play behind the plate for Bodine. Find it and make a nice little ESPN catch.
How smooth was that? You get the wet turf back there.
Yeah, made it look good.
Nick Storino struck out in the 3rd inning. Added the lineup late tonight after Sean Meth said he could not go physically. So put Storino into left. He's played basically every game this season. .35 driven in on the year, hitting .268. 2 balls and a strike down to Storino as he fouls back.
Now you see Fluky trying to make a conscious effort to keep the ball lower in the zone. Lost a few miles an hour by doing that, but at least it'll keep the ball out of the air.
Curveball catches the bottom of the zone. Count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Look at this, Fairfield, first time through the order, 0 for 8, had only the 1 base runner, couple of hits this second time through. This one hit on the ground to first. Thorndike goes to second for 1, the return throw in time for the double play. 3-6-3, as pretty as you can turn it.
Wow. Surprised they held the bag at second base. Nice job jumping by Thorndike, the turn. And the throw, nice job holding the bag by Dooley. And back over to first, double play. Carolina off the field.
Fire it up.
The all-new Dragon Flame Grilled Whopper is here at BK. Bold, juicy, flame grilled, and ready for adventure. Experience a new kind of flame at Burger King. How to Train Your Dragon, coming to theaters June 13th.
Have you ever looked up at the stars and wondered, is there life on other planets?
It's really happening!
On June 20th,
This is the most beautiful place I've ever seen!
This is the bathroom.
we are not
This is awesome!
alone.
Are you gonna eat me? What? Ew, what kind of alien are you?
Disney and Pixar's Elio, rated PG.
The WNBA on ESPN. We can't get enough.
The Women's College World Series on the networks of ESPN.
Fairfield gets on the board in the top of the 5th inning. First run of the ball game. It's 4-1. Coastal Carolina in front. Bill Curiel joins us now, the head coach of the Stags of Fairfield. And coach, that first trip through the order against Fluky was tough. Seems like your guys seeing it a little bit better the second time through.
Yeah, well, he's hit 97 the first round, and I think it was a little tough catching up to it, but he's down a little bit. We're, second time through, we're getting some better swings and obviously a run and a couple hits that inning.
Coach, tough field conditions for a couple of those runs, but you got to like the way Ben Alexson's been throwing the ball.
We have. Ben's been throwing the ball well. Ben, had a couple miscues in the outfield, led to a couple runs. So Ben is throwing well and mixing his speeds well.
Coach, what does this mean for Fairfield, being in this spot, earning another chance back into the NCAA tournament?
Well, it's great to be in it. Certainly, we expect to be here every year, but it doesn't happen that way. Like maybe Coastal's been here, but the guys are pumped up and ready to go and show what we got, and it's always grateful to be here.
Coach, appreciate your time. Wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Bill Curiel. What a career he has had at Vermont and here at Fairfield. Stags have been to the regional play 3 times, all time. All of them under the leadership of Bill Curiel. Enjoyed our visit with him yesterday. You can tell he's a baseball lifer. Played the game. Drafted, as you talked about earlier, by the Phillies organization in the 6th round. This ball flying down into center field. That one hot off the bat of Mitchell.
Yeah, that ball smoked. Love watching line drives back up the middle. Walker Mitchell has 3-spot. Sophomore. Only played 9 games last year, but man, he's taking advantage of his opportunity this year.
He had a few of those line drives along the way.
Well, it just means your swing's on plane, right? You're not too far out front, you're not too far behind, and timing up that fastball perfectly.
One out runner on first, top of the 5th inning. Coastal Carolina with a 3-run lead, up 4-1. Got a run in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the 4th. The only run for Fairfield came in the top of the 5th on the RBI single from Tyler Kipp. Scored TJ Schmalzley. Blake Barthol got on base once tonight. Reached on the fielding error out in left field. Originally thought that was an RBI double. Happy Saturday to you. Clock strikes midnight here on the East Coast.
Yeah, my little lullaby song for bedtime went off an hour ago.
This ball hit high in the air to right field on the run. Schmalzley, he's going to reach up and make the catch in the warning track. He'll send it back in. Schmalzley had to cover a lot of ground to get there, reached up and robbed extra bases, perhaps saved a run.
And that's a lot tougher than it looks. First of all, you got to navigate Lucier coming over, hoping he doesn't run into you. Then you got the wall to figure out and try to snag that baseball. Nice job by Schmalzley out in center field to make that run all the way to right center and all those distractions and make the second out.
And it looked like Lucier, trying to avoid Schmalzley, decided to kind of dive behind him, but there was not really any real estate there. Didn't want to go in front of him to get out of the way and possibly distract him.
Well, we saw that play. I think Ole Miss in the SEC tournament collided on that exact same ball.
Yeah.
And, I was around Jared Mitchell, a couple of outfielders, Jackie Bradley Jr., who, as a right fielder, you give way to that center fielder if he's anywhere close. And nice job by Lucier being aware of that, not running into Schmalzley on that play.
That play was Isaac Humphrey in center field for Ole Miss, Ryan Moorman in right field. Humphrey's kind of tall and lean. Moorman looks like a linebacker. And, it looked like a car collision when the two of them ran. You had hats, gloves, sunglasses, ball just flying in all different directions.
It was bad. That's why I say that play it made it look a little easier than it actually is.
More times than not, when you see a collision, it's with an infielder that's going out and an outfielder that's coming in, as opposed to outfielders converging. But it's all about communication, right?
Yeah, typically it's the numbers that we have in our scorebook right here, and the higher number has the call, except for 8 center field taking over for 9 and right, just like you saw right there. But any infielder, you hear an outfielder calling it off, and they've got a better angle coming in, you let them have it.
That's interesting. I've never heard it described that way before. That makes a lot of sense. Pitcher, in terms of scoring, pitcher's number 1, and everybody can call the pitcher off on a fly
he's
ball.
Low on the totem pole, that's right. And then, of course, if the shortstop calls it 6, third base 5, gives way.
You played primarily second base. What was the kind of the dividing line for a ball that you wanted to go get going out versus a center fielder or a right fielder that was coming in.
When you're running out, first thing you're doing is listening for an outfielder to call you off. If you don't hear anything, you just keep going. I had a huge collision with Todd Helton and Larry Walker in Colorado.
Oh.
Down the right field line. Yeah, same thing you just talked about.
Those are not small guys.
No, shrapnel everywhere. And, yeah, it's not fun. I hit Adam Dunn in Cincinnati also. So, I'm choosing the wrong guys to collide with. But if you don't hear anything, you keep going. Communication's huge in all those plays.
Strike 3 called, outside corner. Tazi goes away looking. Still a 3-run ball game. We head to the 6th. Coastal Carolina 4, Fairfield 1. Stags try to cut into this deficit when we come back.
The new How to Train Your Dragon menu is now at BK. Get it before it disappears. Ooh, toothless. Bold, tasty, and dangerously delicious. How to Train Your Dragon. Coming to theaters June 13th.
Would you rather spend your summer like this?
Hey, Jim, how's your back?
Oh, you know.
I hear ya.
Or like this?
What's happening? Welcome. Allow me to adjust your gravity. I'm fine. Gravity on.
On June 20th, kick off your summer with
Elio.
You are more puny than I expected.
I could say the same about you. These are the lava tunnels. Chloe and I am not fireproof. Just get in my mouth. Actually kind of comfy in here.
Disney and Pixar's Elio, rated PG, June 20th.
The UFL is the spring football league.
More of what you want.
The atmosphere, the intensity. Must see for every football fan. The United Football League. All season long on ESPN, ABC, and ESPN Plus.
Welcome, everyone, to Omaha, Nebraska, home of the College World Series.
'Cause here I come, I wear it all on my sleeve, so everything you see shows you where I'm from.
Bolts back and makes the catch! Somehow hung on! Back-to-back jacks!
More, can you believe?
Season began on Valentine's Day, February 14th. 300 teams across the country with the dream of making it to TD Ameritrade.
It's great. Great time of year. 30 conferences play Division I baseball. Only 2 represented last year. The ACC had 4 teams in Omaha. The SEC had 4 teams. SEC has won 5 national championships in a row. By 5 different teams, which is incredible.
I should correct myself. It used to be TD Ameritrade, Charles Schwab Stadium.
It's hard to keep up nowadays. Yeah. I played in the old Rosenblatt.
Yeah. What a place that was.
It was special, yeah. Henry Dorley's Zoo behind right field.
The support that the College World Series gets in Omaha, locally, and the way fan bases look forward to making that trip, getting the burger at Blatt's, getting the milkshake at Zesto's, the steak at the Drover, the whole deal. Full count to Nolan Colby. Walked his first time up in the 3rd inning. Fairfield down 4-1 here, top of the 6th inning, full count to Colby. Colby hits this one to right field. That one is well struck. That ball is gone. Stay hot, Nolan Colby. Couple of home runs in the MAC tournament. He's got one now in regional play, and that makes it a 2-run deficit.
Cameron Fluke looking a little vulnerable here in the 5th and now the 6th inning. Was dominant through 4. Gave up 2 base hits to start the 5th, the run, and then now to start the 6th, the home run by the 9 spot, Nolan Colby, the hero that's actually got Fairfield into the field of 64 with that home run in the 10th inning of the MAC final. That ball smoked to right field. No doubter.
How good is that swing, too?
Yeah, it's compact, man. 9 spot.
It's only the 5th home run allowed by Flukie this year. His 80th pitch of the game coming up. Season high was 100 at Texas State earlier this year. It's the corner on no balls and 2 strikes. Dean Ferrara, 381 average on the year. A couple of ground outs to second. And he goes down on the curveball swinging.
That's a big out. After the home run, Dean Ferrara, again, leads Division I over the last 2 years with the most hits. 96 hits last year. He's got 98 on the year this year. 0 for 3 tonight. They've kept him off the bags. It's just huge.
Luke Nomura, 0 for 2 tonight. Plays off the curveball away. How about the story out of the Corvallis Regional today where the top 2 seeds go down? First of all, it was Southern Cal winning an NCAA tournament game for the first time in a decade. They beat TCU 13-1. And then St. Mary's won a tournament game for the first time ever. They beat Oregon State 6-4 in front of an all-time record crowd at Gulf Stadium of 4,339.
That surprised me. Oregon State had a great year.
This ball hit sharply, fielded on a hop and short. Dooley throws across in time to get Nomura. 2 down in the inning. That'll bring Matthew Bucciero to the plate. Bucciero tied for the team lead with 14 home runs. Solo home run to lead off the inning for Nolan Colby, his 6th of the year. And his 3rd in the last week. Curveball looked like it slipped out of the hand to Flukie.
Yeah, he's not as sharp now. The curveball was spinning tight over the zone. First 4 or 5 innings. Now missed badly with that curveball twice. May have slipped a little bit, but it's starting to show a little fatigue here at the 87 pitch mark.
Georgia hit 5 home runs today in Athens.
Shocker.
20-4. Georgia over Binghamton.
Puts them over 140 for the year, I think.
4 doubles and 5 home runs.
Feed the trees in Athens.
Man, a big crowd in Athens had to wait for a rain delay. Bucciero ahead in the count 2-0, and he lines this one out to right field, and that's going to be caught by the right fielder, Pado. What a catch. On a dead sprint, full extension, Pado robbing Bucciero of extra bases.
The new How to Train Your Dragon menu is now at BK. Get it before it disappears. Oh, toothless. Bold, tasty, and dangerously delicious. How to Train Your Dragon. Coming to theaters June 13th.
Have you ever looked up at the stars and wondered, is there life on other planets?
It's really happening!
On June 20th,
This is the most beautiful place I've ever seen.
This is the bathroom.
we are not
This is awesome!
alone.
Are you gonna eat me? What? Ew. What kind of alien are you?
Disney and Pixar's Elio, rated PG.
The UFL is the spring football league.
More of what you love.
The atmosphere, the intensity. Must see for every football fan. The United Football League. All season long on ESPN, ABC, and ESPN Plus.
The WNBA on ESPN. We can't get enough.
We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Conway, South Carolina. Day 1 of the Conway Regional. Trickled into day number 2. 4.5-hour rain delay. This game was scheduled to begin at 6 Eastern. Had a 10:36 first pitch. Big line of thunderstorms made its way through Conway and Myrtle Beach and then slipped right on out into the Atlantic Ocean. A while to get the field ready. Colby Thorndike leading things off for Coastal Carolina. 6 in the order. 0 for 2 tonight with a strikeout and a flyout. '90th pitch coming up for Alexson. You see the turnaround for Thorndike this year. 268 through the first 40 games, but over the last 14 hitting over 400. All in 2 strikes. So 90 pitches so far from Ben Alexson. Knew the numbers were good coming in. What do you make of his outing?
Well, he's mixed his pitch as well. I mean, those 90, and in this day and age of college baseball, that's not very high velocity, but he's able to mix in that changeup and the curveball. Battled some adversity behind him. You know, I mean, I don't know that he would have given up too many runs in this game if it weren't for a slip in the outfield and then a bad hop on the infield. But he's been really effective.
2-2. Now 3-2. Fastball ran away there. Oregon trying to come from behind in the bottom of the 9th inning. They trail Utah Valley 6-4. Got runners at the corners with 1 out. Out in Eugene. Full count pitch gets away. Thorndike earns the leadoff walk here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
That's the only walk by Ben Alexson in this game. Hit by pitch back in the first 3-hole. That gave up 1 run. But again, been accurate, keeping these hitters off balance. Tough blow in the here in the 6th to lead off the inning with a walk. 7, 8, 9 coming up.
Alexson, first team all-conference pitcher in the MAC. His 9 wins tied the single season record. Senior in high school, Alexson, you mentioned this earlier, was the Vermont Gatorade Player of the Year. He had a 1.36 ERA with 88 strikeouts in 36 innings. That was in 2023. Last year as a freshman, 2024, he was 6-1. 9-1 this year, 15-2 as a starter in college baseball for Ben Alexson. Bunt back to the mound, fielded by Alexson. He'll go to first. Sacrifice bunt there from Pato. Gets Thorndike into scoring position. And brings Ty Dooley to the plate.
I'm not a huge fan of the bunt, giving the other team an out to get them to second base. You bunt them second to third, less than 2 outs, get the run in. A little bit better, but now you're hoping that your 8 and 9 can get a base hit to drive in this 5th run. But Kevin Chenault told us, they're going to play small ball. They're going to try to get ahead, which they did. They got a 3-run lead before the 2 runs from Fairfield. Now up 4-2. Just trying to add to it.
First pitch strike to Ty Dooley. Had a solo home run in his last at bat. 6th of the year. That was in the 4th inning. At that point, it was a 3-0 game, made it 4-0. Fairfield scratched for a run in the 5th, got another one here in the 6th. Alexson closing in on 100 pitches. This number 98, the first to spin and a fake to second. You can do that once during an at-bat. This one hits Dooley, and so first and second now. That's the second hit batter of the game for Coastal Carolina, the 162nd of the season.
Yeah, walk and now a hit by pitch, not even competitive from Ben Alexson on that curveball low in the dirt. So now first and second, having to navigate through traffic. A little bit of fatigue setting in for Ben Alexson, almost close to 100 pitches in this game.
They'll stay in for now to face Wells Sykes, the 9-hole hitter. Sykes 1 for 2 with an RBI single and a ground out. First pitch strike nips the corner. Here's pitch number 100 of the game. And it's fouled back. And the count goes to no balls and 2 strikes to Wells Sykes. Sykes a couple of long balls this year with a runner in scoring position. Driven in 30. Including 1 tonight. The 0-2. Utah Valley holds on and they get a win over Oregon 6-5. And so Oregon, another 1 seed, another host going down on day 1 of regional play. And Utah Valley, the 2nd team today to notch their first ever NCAA tournament win. St. Mary's did it earlier against Oregon State. Utah Valley does it against Oregon. Could it happen here in Conway, South Carolina? Fairfield trailing by 2. Down 4-2 in the bottom of the 6th. This ball lifted out to right field. Looser has it go off of his glove. Thorndike hits the bag at 3rd. He's going to come around to score. And it's now 5-2. Sykes goes first to 3rd, Dooley goes first to 3rd. And that's an error on the right fielder, Looser.
Misplay by the left fielder back in the 1st inning. Now misplay in right field, pretty much right at him. Gifts a couple runs for Coastal Carolina and may have lost it in the lights. I don't know, but another run across for Coastal here in the 6th. And a couple misplays by Fairfield in this game so far tonight.
Bill Curriel going to come out to the mound and Looks like the night is over for Alexson. Pitched pretty well. Defense kind of let Fairfield down a little bit in this ball game. 2 of the 5 runs that have scored unearned runs tonight. All in all, really good outing for Ben Alexson. Make the signal to the bullpen, so Alexson's night is done. He'll be welcomed by his teammates and the Fairfield fans that are here in Conway. We'll take a timeout. 5-2 our score. Coastal in front.
The new How to Train Your Dragon menu is now at BK. Get it before it disappears. Oh, toothless. Bold, tasty, and dangerously delicious. How to Train Your Dragon. Coming to theaters June 13th.
Have you ever looked up at the stars and wondered, is there life on other planets?
It's really happening.
On June 20th,
This is the most beautiful place I've ever seen.
This is the bathroom.
we are not
This is awesome!
alone.
Are you gonna eat me? What? Ew. What kind of alien are you?
Disney and Pixar's Elio, rated PG.
The Women's College World Series on the networks of ESPN.
Well, the defense hasn't helped the Stags in this game. Back in the first inning after a hit by pitch, ball out to left field. Looks like he had it. Drops out of his glove, and then that just bad luck there. Just slipped in the outfit after all the rain. And then there in the 6th, right field. Another drop ball for Fairfield. Ben Alexson was good tonight, 5 1/3, struck out 6, but defense let him down a little bit. Now find themselves in a 3-run deficit.
If you were with us from the beginning, you saw Blake Helmstetter, one of the guys that gave us a scouting report on Ben Alexson. Hope he's better on the mound than he was at scouting reports. They had a good time with that. Helmstetter, the senior, 5'7", 180 from Franklin, New Jersey. The left-hander, he has been outstanding as of late. You see the 5.45 ERA. That's for the season. Over the last 18 2/3, his last 10 outings, a 1.49 ERA.
He's the guy that Bill Courier has used the most. This is his 24th appearance, 34 innings, 30 strikeouts. 85 to 88 on the fastball. He'll use the slider just as much as the fastball against left-handed hitters. Drops the changeup on the right-handed hitters. 5.4 ERA.
Couple of starts on the year. 22nd relief appearance this season for Helmstetter. He's dealing with a dangerous Caden Bodine. Bodine 1 for 3 with an RBI double in the 2nd. Takes down and in for ball 2. Final game of the day to start is underway in Baton Rouge. In fact, they're in the 2nd inning now with Dallas Baptist leading 4-0 over Rhode Island, top of the 2nd. Got that game and this game. Everything else has gone final. A 4-pitch walk to Caden Bodine from Helmstetter out of the pen. And now the bases are loaded in a dangerous spot here for Fairfield. Still within striking distance, down 3, but a base hit could make it really difficult.
Bad news is bases are loaded. Good news is 1 ball in play can get you out of the inning. Blake Helmstetter just got to keep the ball low, try to get a ground ball. The corners are in. Up the middle, playing for the double play.
There's a strike. In this inning, a run across and the bases loaded without a hit in the inning. Walk, sacrifice bunt, hit by pitch, error, and a walk.
Same thing as the first inning. 1 run, no hits.
Sebastian Alexander looking for his first hit of the night. He hits it in the air to right. Looser going back to the track. He makes the catch a step shy of the wall. Tagging at third and coming home to score is Ty Dooley. It's a sacrifice fly for Sebastian Alexander. He just missed a grand slam.
And that is a tough play in right field for Lucier after you've made a mistake. Confidence is low, and he has to get all the way to the wall on the track. And made that play look pretty easy. You do scratch another run across. Coastal up by 4 now, but nice job in right field to prevent more.
First pitch strike to the 3-hole hitter Walker Mitchell. Mitchell hit by a pitch and scored a run in the first, popped out and singled in the 5th. Way outside. Two strikes. Fastball running in on the hands there of Walker Mitchell. The 1-2. Out into right center field. That's a base hit. Well, Sykes will step on home plate. The run-scoring single for Walker Mitchell, and it's now a 5-run lead for Coastal, up 7-2 in the 6th.
Throws the slider into the barrel of the right-handed hitter. Usually he uses the changeup against the right-handed hitter, so let's go with the slider, and it's up in the zone. Walker Mitchell makes him pay. Another run across for Coastal.
40th RBI of the season for Walker Mitchell. And now Blake Barthol comes to the plate. Eighth hitter of the inning for Coastal Carolina. It took 7 guys to come to the plate before they recorded a hit in the inning. 3 runs across. Of the 7 runs scored for Coastal tonight, only 3 of them earned runs. This ball high in the air to left field, slicing out of play. Still got a good crowd here at Springs Brooks Stadium. Max effort there, rolling over into the wet grass to grab the foul ball.
And why not? Yeah.
He's having a good time, right? The 0-2 to Barthol. Line into center field past the shortstop. Nomura drives in another run. Throw comes in toward third base. An RBI single for Barthol, his 50th run batted into the year.
Unfortunately, you don't get away with mistakes. After the field of 64 is announced now, it's game on. And a couple hit by pitches, a couple walks, 2 errors for Fairfield, and now Coastal's starting to pour it on.
4 runs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Coastal's opened it up. A 6-run lead, 8-2. Chanticleer's in front. You got to re-sign up for internet because we're into a new day.
Another day, I only had a 24-hour access. It's after midnight. Get kicked off.
Curveball for strike 1 there. Ninth batter of the inning is Domenico Tazzi. Tazzi 1 for 3. Single sandwiched in between a pair of strikeouts, one swinging and one looking. Strikeout to end the inning. Helmstetter records the final out in the 5th batter that he faces. But 4 runs across for Coastal Carolina. It's 8-2 as we go to the 7th.
Pedro's parents planned for adventure, but they didn't plan for him to make a new best friend. You were made to get more than you bargained for. We were made to help you save on packages. Expedia, made to travel.
We can't get enough of the WNBA.
Dallas Wings select Paige Beckers.
With more stars and more heat than ever.
Ridiculous!
The WNBA on ESPN.
The Women's College World Series heats up in OKC as softball's elite compete for their ticket to the championship series. The Women's College World Series continues through June 6th on the networks of ESPN.
Leading 3-0, Coastal Carolina in the 4th inning got a solo home run from Ty Dooley. Drove it the opposite way. That made it 4-0. Stags finally got on the board in the 5th with an RBI single from Tyler Kipp that scored TJ Schmalzley. Got another run in the 6th on a solo home run from Nolan Colby. But in the bottom of the 6th inning, 4 runs across for Coastal Carolina. Helped out by a defensive miscue. And we've got an 8-2 ball game as we start things off here in the top of the 7th inning. Cameron Fluke still on the mound for the Chanticleers. Alongside Todd Walker, I'm Richard Cross with our entire crew. It's been a long day in Conway, South Carolina. We appreciate you being with us. This ball hit high into the air to left field. Alexander gets to the wall, reaches up and makes the catch. Right in front of his bullpen as J.P. Kuzik just missed his 5th home run of the season.
Yeah, ball's not really traveling anywhere tonight. And nice job by Alexander in left field. Knows the ballpark, puts his hand out, finds the wall. Had the track up under him. Nice job in left field for the first out.
Weather delays aplenty today in day 1 of regional play. Had some form of a delay in Athens, Auburn, Baton Rouge, Chapel Hill, Clemson. Here in Conway, this one's bunted foul. Hattiesburg, Knoxville, and Tallahassee. That's 9 of the 16 sites dealing with weather issues today. We got 3 West Coast sites. They were all good in Eugene, Corvallis, and Los Angeles. A lot of storms this time of the year, though, in the southeastern part of the United States.
Can you say that name?
Lake Wallenpaupack.
Nice.
I think one of those is TJ Schmalzley's boat.
They're pretty smalls. You can't hardly see.
That's because the picture's taken from a drone.
Yeah, it's a long way off.
.94 pitches tonight for Flukie. He's got 100 strikeouts on the season. Schmalzley battling at the plate. 1 for 2 tonight. Strikeout and a double. Scored the first run of the game for the Stags of Fairfield. Flukie's 2-2. And he gets a strikeout. That's number 101 of the season. The NCAA Regionals coverage for all 16 sites continues tomorrow on ESPN Plus and the ESPN app. For more information, visit NCAA.com, the home for all 90 NCAA championships.
Yeah, is that tomorrow or is it tonight?
Well, as you know, the regionals will continue on Sunday.
Oh,
and
there
so
you go.
Tomorrow, Sunday.
Right. I got you.
But also later today. Mr. Smarty Pants thought he was going to get me there.
I was just the messenger. Our producer Tony wanted me to throw a few daggers at you.
I didn't know he was still awake.
Haven't heard from him in a few innings.
That one drops in for strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. 2 down in the inning. Tyler Kipp trying to keep the inning alive. And he chases a curveball. That's another strikeout for Flukie. He now sits at 102 for the season. And it's an 8-2 lead. Time to stretch at Springsbrook Stadium.
The new How to Train Your Dragon menu is now at BK. Get it before it disappears. Oh, toothless. Bold, tasty, and dangerously delicious. How to Train Your Dragon. Coming to theaters June 13th.
Have you ever looked up at the stars and wondered, is there life on other planets?
It's really happening!
On June 20th,
This is the most beautiful place I've ever seen.
This is the bathroom.
we are not
This is awesome!
alone.
Are you gonna eat me? What? Ew. What kind of alien are you?
Disney and Pixar's Elio, rated PG.
The WNBA on ESPN. We can't get enough.
The UFL is the spring football league.
More of what you love.
The atmosphere, the intensity. Must see for every football fan. The United Football League. All season long on ESPN, ABC, and ESPN Plus.
Hard to blame her. Cuddled up in Dad's lap under a blanket. I don't know who's got it better, her or him. New pitcher in the game for Fairfield, Will Fox. Senior from West Hartford, Connecticut, making his 14th appearance of the year. The right-hander, 6'3", 210 pounds. 11 strikeouts, 9 walks on the season.
High 80s fastball. Sliders to the right-handers, drops more changeups on the left. He's going to face 2 out of the next 3 left-handed hitters. He's better against the right-handed hitters, 265 against him.
If this score holds, Fairfield will meet Florida in an elimination game in our first game of the day tomorrow. Coastal Carolina would match up with East Carolina. Colby Thorndike going to lead things off here in the bottom of the 7th for the Chanticleers. Chants hit 9 to the plate in the 6th inning. Colby Thorndike started it off the walk, still looking for his first hit of the night. Got a little bit of a change to what the original schedule was coming into the weekend. We're going to have a 3 o'clock start for the elimination game tomorrow. Thorndike hits this ball high into the air to left field. Storino going back, and he'll watch it leave the yard. And it's now 9-2. A solo home run for Colby Thorndike, just his 2nd of the year.
He hit that ball like he's hit 20. Left-handed Colby Thorndike. Man, they just keep piling it on. Sent 9 guys to the plate in the 6th inning. Leadoff hitter here in the 7th. Bomb.
He didn't want much of that racing helmet when he got back into the dugout. That came off quickly. Opposite field power there for Thorndike.
No doubter. Over the 10th.
Reagan Pado now. Nothing like giving up a 380-foot home run and seeing the next guy show
Yeah,
punch.
I was just thinking that. Like, that's borderline on that unwritten rule. Up by 7. Home run late in the game. They try to bunt.
That's more of a big league thing than a college
Yeah, probably
thing,
so.
though, isn't it?
I don't think you can blame him for that. He's trying to grind it out.
Pado with a triple in the 2nd inning. Strikeout and a sacrifice bunt since.
That ball almost ended up in the booth. How'd that happen?
You still got good hands?
I think so. It would have been tested right there.
Does pickleball help him keep your hand-eye coordination sharp?
It keeps the reflexes going for sure. And the cardio, man. Like, look, I used to run the roads back when I was playing. I'm like a dog now. I got to chase the ball around or I'm not moving.
I like that. If my wife hasn't gone to bed, she may recommend pickleball for me.
It really has helped. I mean, you know, in all seriousness, it gets me out running. And fastest growing sport in the country, man. And probably the world.
Yeah, you had a little pro pickleball TV up during the break earlier.
Yeah, I watch a lot of it. We go to some tournaments, you know.
There you go.
Know a lot of those people on tour now. Gotten to know them. And it's fun to watch, man. Fun to play. You ought to try it. Unless you're anti-cardio, I don't know. It's like doing shuttle runs for like 10 minutes straight, man. It'll get you.
I'm allergic to the gym, but not necessarily cardio. That the competitive juices flowing. Stolen base there by Pado. Gets to 2nd into scoring position for Ty Dooley, who scored a couple of runs tonight. Home run and a hit by pitch. Well, we've got a little extra time in the morning now.
Yeah, tomorrow we're going to need it, man. We're not getting out of here till 2 in the morning, probably.
Ball and a strike to Ty Dooley. Wells Sykes waits on deck. Coastal with a comfortable 7-run lead, up 9-2, and this one's bunted foul right at home plate.
You want to go hit the beach in the morning?
Sure.
Ride the Ferris wheel?
That or the ejection seat.
Yeah, I saw that.
1-2. Grounded foul.
Thought you said you wouldn't mind that. Well, it's about 100 feet in the air and just drops you.
You never done that before?
No, I don't. That doesn't sound fun to me at all.
It's been a while. Bungee jumped a few times. And
yeah, I think I did all that stuff too when I was like 10. It's been a while.
This one lifted to left field. Storino going back, and it's off the wall. Stopping at third is Pato. It's a double for Ty Dooley. Just short of a home run the opposite way for Dooley. It's been a tough night in the outfield for Fairfield. I think Dooley thought that ball was headed over the fence and trying to get all the way back there to make the catch. Dooley gets to dance at second base.
Yeah, Ty Dooley out of the 8 spot. Wow. Home run, hit by pitch, a double. Sykes out of the 9 hole, scored twice. Bottom half of this order has done well. Pato, who we just saw walk, had a triple back in the second inning. 7-8-9 for this Coastal lineup. 6-7-8-9 has really done all the damage. 7 of the 9 runs. Out of the bottom of this order.
5 of the 10 hits tonight for Coastal Carolina have come from 6, 7, 8, 9. And 7 of the runs have that part of the lineup as well. To the right-hander Peter Phillips throwing in the bullpen for Fairfield. Wells Sykes now with a chance to blow this game wide open. Already a 7-run lead for the Shunts. On the ground, left side, fielded by the shortstop Nomura. His throw across in time for the out, but a run comes home to score. So a productive out there for Wells Sykes. Picks up his second RBI of the game.
Well, we told you how hot Coastal was coming into this game. It won 18 in a row. 48 wins. Is tied for the most with Northeastern in Division I baseball after tonight. They may have the lead. Did Northeastern get beat?
They did. Mississippi State beat them.
So not only is the streak over for Northeastern, Coastal would now have the longest winning streak in the country at 19 if they win this game. 49 wins. That's pretty impressive this time of year. Tennessee last year won the World Series. They ended up with 60 wins, but that's highly unusual.
So Tennessee was at 50 going into postseason play, right? Got 3 in a regional, 2 in a super regional, then 5 in Omaha.
We could ask Mike Rooney. He would know that.
He would. No balls and 2 strikes to Caden Bodine. Bodine with an RBI double back in the second inning. Walked and scored in the 6th. He's 1 for 3 tonight. These Coastal players enjoying this one tonight. Had to wait a long time. 4.5 hour delay before the start of this ball game. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Bodine. Bodine hits it high in the air to center field. Schmalzley moving over to his right into the left center field gap, tagging at second and going to third. Ty Dooley, he'll get there without a throw. They're 2 down in the inning. So 2 outs for Sebastian Alexander as he comes to the plate. Hitless tonight. Does have a sacrifice fly to pick up an RBI. Alexander came into this game hitting just over 300.
Well-traveled Sebastian Alexander's first year at Kent State, transferred to Phoenix College in 2022, redshirted in 23, and had the 13 starts here in 2024. Redshirt senior.
And in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. That one outside 3-0, and a big improvement from a year ago. Mentioned a relatively small number of games played in a season ago. That one gets the corner. It's 3-1 now to Alexander. Hit 164 a year ago with an on-base percentage below 300. He's currently at 296, so 132-point batting average jump year over year. Generous strike call there. The count goes full now on Sebastian Alexander.
9 home runs, 25 of 29 on the bases. On base 43% of the time. Good year for Sebastian.
Check swing, and they say he went around, so that is a strikeout to end the inning. Alexander was trying to sell that was ball 4. 10-2 our score as we go to the 8th. Tomorrow on the mound for Coastal Carolina, we'll see the Sun Belt Pitcher of the Year, Jacob Morrison, a perfect 11-0.
Big boy, 6'8", 245. Missed about 600 days with TJ. Tommy John surgery in 2024, but he's back in a big way this year. And we talked about Coastal Carolina's pitching staff. I mean, they have been really impressive. Usually they're built offensively, but this year the pitching staff has led the charge.
ERA, shutouts, on base against, strikeouts, first in the league in all of those categories. Night is done for Cameron Flukie. Hayden Johnson, the new pitcher for the Chanticleers, 4-0 on the year with a 3.45 ERA.
Nominally fastballs 90 to 93. It's about 72% use for Hayden Johnson. 6'5", 215. Actually better against the right-handed hitters than he is the lefties.
Final line for Cameron Flukie, 7 innings, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, 9 strikeouts, and he did it on 99 pitches. Flukie in line for his 7th win of the year. Really held his velocity for the entire outing. He was still at 95 at the fastball in the 7th inning. Walker, beg your pardon, Matt Lucier. Head in the count, 3-1. That's a strike there, 92. Across the plate with the fastball.
Yeah, Matt Lucier only making his 5th start tonight, hit 7th. Has to face this guy, lefty-lefty matchup, though, 93-94.
Foul tip held on to by Bodine. Strikeout for Hayden Johnson, the 10th by pitching for Coastal Carolina.
Man, they can really throw some arms at you. And that's just middle and heat. And as a left-handed hitter, the only way to hit that ball is to guess and get the barrel out in front. If you're waiting back trying to see it and react, that's what's going to happen. You can swing right through it.
Pinch hitter here for Fairfield, Liam McElroy. Takes outside for ball 1. Goes into the lineup in place of Nick Storino. Swing and a miss on a good fastball there. Bottom of the zone. th game that McElroy has played in this season, hitting .233. He lines this one out to right field, coming on and making another big-time catch in right field is Pato. Robs McElroy of a base hit here in the regional. That's the 2nd out in the 8th.
Second time we've seen that play in right field to end the 6th. Pato with that exact same Superman dive in right field. Another nice play defensively for Coastal. Hey, Johnson likes it.
You know, it's GAs and managers in college baseball that do the laundry and take care of that. I guess it'd be a clubby if you were in the big league. But whoever it is probably deserves a tip from Pato after taking care of that uniform tonight. His knee left a divot out in right field as well. Just past 1 o'clock here on the East Coast.
Fantastic.
After midnight in the Central Time Zone.
Man, that's so tough. You got to pitch on the mound, no matter what side he throws from. Burying that ball in the inside corner. Hayden Johnson doing a nice job, especially against these left-handers. Throwing that 93 right in under the hands. And that'll really mess you up as a hitter because now you feel like you get the barrel out, makes you susceptible to all the off-speed.
Roller to first, fielded by Thorndike. He beats Colby to the base by a step for his 3rd out of the inning. 9 in a row retired by Coastal pitching. Pato with a highlight catch in right.
The new How to Train Your Dragon menu is now at BK. Get it before it disappears. Ooh, toothless. Bold, tasty, and dangerously delicious. How to Train Your Dragon. Coming to theaters June 13th.
Would you rather spend your summer like this?
Hey, Jim, how's your back?
Oh, you know.
I hear ya.
Or like this?
What's happening? Welcome. Allow me to adjust your gravity. I'm fine. Gravity on.
On June 20th, kick off your summer with
Elio.
You are more puny than I expected.
I could say the same about you. These are the lava tunnels. Cody and I am not fireproof. Just get in my mouth. I Actually kind of comfy in here.
Disney and Pixar's Elio. Rated PG, June 20th.
I've been worn by celebrities, athletes, and world leaders. But I've always felt most comfortable up here with the folks that made me who I am. I'm right at home, out here on the land. Because this is where I come from. I've been showing up here for nearly 200 years. And I can't wait to see what's next.
That's off to the future.
John Deere plans to invest nearly $20 billion in America over the next 10 years.
The Women's College World Series on the networks of ESPN.
It's time for the Capital One rewarding performance, and we turn to Cameron Fluke. 9 strikeouts on 99 pitches tonight with 7 innings, and really was in control from the outset.
And really with 2 pitches. I mean, 96-97 elevated above the zone, and then the 12-6 curveball. And man, he was electric tonight coming out of the gates with that fastball, late in life on that ball, and just one time through the order, just shocked Fairfield a little bit. They got him on him a little bit, you know, around the
5th and 6th inning.
5th and 6th inning,
yeah.
But man, I mean, try to catch up to that 97 over the top. Cameron Fluke with a big outing for Coastal tonight.
Jack Sheldon into the game, making his 14th appearance of the year. Freshman from Simsbury, Connecticut.
Another A+ stash on the field tonight. Elevated ERA. Jack Sheldon with 31 innings, 19 strikeouts, 18 walks, a little high. At this point, Fairfield trying to save arms. They've still got another game to play if they get beat here. Just piecing it together.
If you missed it earlier, our first game tomorrow will be at 3 Eastern. Florida will meet the loser of this one right now. Fairfield trailing it by 8 in the 8th. Sheldon misses with the breaking ball there. Ball and 2 strikes to Walker Mitchell.
Okay.
It's crazy, dude. I hadn't put this over.
Only one other game happening.
There's a strikeout.
Punch out there for Jack Sheldon. Gets a strikeout of the first batter that he faces. Walker Mitchell retired.
Yeah, nice little spinner. 3-hole Walker Mitchell. Been tough to get out today. Been on base 3 times, but Jack Sheldon figures it out. Strikeout to start the 8th.
Tight break there on the curveball. Here's Blake Barthol, 1 for 4. Drove in a run back in the 6th inning. Would have had a run in the 1st inning, but what was originally scored a double was changed to an error. Dallas Baptist leading Rhode Island 4-1, bottom of the 4th inning in Baton Rouge. And you saw Barthel brace, and he was ready to take a hit by pitch there.
Yeah, they're not moving in the box. That's one thing you know about Coastal Carolina.
On the ground, right side, fielded by Colby. Flips it over to first for the 2nd out in the inning. A pinch hitter coming for Coastal Carolina here. Dean Mijos, who's missed some time with an injury. We'll see him back at the plate for the Chanticleers. Gets a big reaction from the crowd. Mijos had been cleared to return. He broke a finger in a game against JMU earlier this season in which 10 Chanticleers were hit by a pitch. Pitch that he was hit by broke his finger. Kevin Schnall told us that he's having more of an effect throwing than swinging, so it's the opportunity to come in and swing it here. Takes that pitch low for ball one. Mijos, the junior from Chester Springs, Pennsylvania. Takes the strike there. Mijos not able to hold up there, so he goes down on strikes to end the inning. Coastal goes 1-2-3 in the bottom of the eighth. Last chance for the Stags when we come back. Ten to 2, Coastal Carolina leading it over Fairfield. Chanticleers 3 outs away from winning their opening round game here in the Conway Regional, and having a meeting tomorrow night with the East Carolina Pirates, who won earlier today 11-6 over Florida. Game got started at noon here, about 13 hours ago, give or take. Coastal fans, a bunch of them have stuck this one out all the way to the end. Forecast for tomorrow looks good. Now, we're certainly in a time of year where thunderstorms can pop up, and they do all the time. But as we sit here at 1 o'clock on Saturday morning, forecast looks good for the rest of the day. And assuming the weather is good, this place will be bursting at the seams tomorrow night. Swing and a miss. New pitcher in the game, Jackson Appleman. Third pitcher used by Coastal Carolina, the freshman from Edison, New Jersey, making his third appearance of the year.
Giving up 600 runs in the 4 innings he's pitched. Struck out 6, and you see why. I mean, he's got some great movement on that fastball, slider moving away. Just not a lot of experience this year. Somebody they're going to depend upon in the future.
Mentioned there's one other regional game that's still going on. That's in Baton Rouge. How about a 3-pitch strikeout for Jackson Appleman? He gets Dean Ferrara swinging. Tough night at the plate for Ferrara, 0 for 4, who came into this game with a school record and MAC record 98 hits this season. Dallas Baptist leading Rhode Island 4-1 in the 5th inning. More Diamond Sports action, though, that's still going in the Women's College World Series in Oklahoma City. They're in the 9th inning. Oregon and Ole Miss playing in an elimination game there.
Well, how about another accomplishment? My hometown Shreveport, LSU Shreveport, NAIA school, went 59-0 and won the World Series. The NAIA World Series. We won't see that again in our lifetime. So when you talk about Coastal Carolina, what they pulled off in 2016, 59 wins in a row for LSU Shreveport. Congrats to those guys.
Pato squeezes it for the second out here in the top of the 9th, and Fairfield down to its final out. Women's College World Series game over on ESPN. They're now in the top of the 10th, 5-5, Oregon and Ole Miss. Matthew Bucciero, 0 for 3. That's part of the story in this game, too. Top 3 in the order. Ferrara, Nomura, and Bucciero are combined 0 for 11. And that's guys hitting .381, .331, and .351.
Yeah, 0 for 11, 3 strikeouts. And if you add Kuzik behind him, he was 0 for 3. So 0 for 14, whatever happens in this at-bat for the top 4 hitters for Fairfield.
Bucciero over the top of the breaking ball there. It's 1-2. Coastal Carolina a strike away from advancing to the 1-0 game tomorrow night here at Springs Brooks Stadium. A big thank you to our entire crew, especially the folks behind the scenes, camera operators, and everybody else that has made today happen. A long day at the ballpark. It started early and has run into Saturday. Outstanding work by everybody involved. We just kind of sit here and talk.
Yeah. And we saw the hard work they did to get this field ready for tonight. It's been a long day for everybody.
The 2-2. Go through it again. This one wide to the bag at third. Fairfield and Florida will play an elimination game tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Time's been pushed back a little bit. Cameron Fluke, 7 innings of work. Hayden Johnson pitched the 8th, and here in the 9th, that's a called strike 3 for Appleman. Bucciero goes away looking. Combined in the 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th, Fluke, Johnson, and Appleman retired the final 12 Stags hitters after the home run from Nolan Colby. 10-2 the final score. Coastal Carolina gets the win, and so tomorrow is set. 3 Eastern tomorrow. It's the 2-seed Florida and the 4-seed Fairfield in an elimination game. And then tomorrow night at 7 Eastern, Coastal Carolina and East Carolina. That one should be a lot of fun.
19 in a row for Coastal Carolina. That's their 49th win. That's best in the country. They looked really good tonight.
Longest winning streak in the country, most wins in the country, and Coastal Carolina will meet East Carolina, the winner of that one, in the driver's seat to win the regional. For my partner Todd Walker and our entire crew, I'm Richard Cross saying so long from Conway, South Carolina. We'll be back with you tomorrow at noon Eastern. Coastal wins it 10-2 over Fairfield.